Welcome into the latest edition of Extra Time. Joined by a man who always looks you in the eye when he talks to you, Frank Leboeuf. There he is. He missed the joke.
Yes.
Yeah, there we go.
Look at me.
Okay, let's get started with the first question. Stevie, did you share the cake with Dan? That would be my birthday cake, I think.
No, I didn't. I was very like a true gentleman. I carried it to your desk for you, and you took it home.
Did.
It did cross my mind how to take a bit of it, didn't it?
After you had put major damage.
I did.
Major
There's
damage.
been mixed reactions to, so some calling you a gent for serving us all, and some calling you not so much a gent for serving yourself first.
Well, that's not true. I gave you a piece first.
No, I don't think you did, you know.
I did. I gave a tiny piece.
Oh, did you?
I was very tiny.
Well,
very
there you
tiny.
go, everyone.
It was
a true gent,
was the
and he
genius
carried
of
it back to
tiny.
my
Yeah.
desk.
I did give
And he
myself-
ate half of it from me as
I
well.
did give myself the biggest bit.
That's fine. I
You
mean,
did serve yourself a break.
Guilty.
which club teammate do you wish had played for your national team, and which international teammate do you wish had played for your club?
Wow. And which international teammate do you wish had played for your club? Oh my
Well,
God.
I'll go with Barnes.
Yeah, you start then. John
Oh,
Barnes.
sorry.
No.
Sorry, Frank. On you go. I didn't
No,
realise.
he's
Oh,
not.
you think?
Yeah, there's a
I
weird.
would go with John Barnes. I wish he'd been Scottish. That'd have been fantastic. And then, I don't know, Alan McCoy stuff, Mo Johnston, just goal scorers, pure goal scorers. That's my.
That's nice.
3. I went for 3 actually.
Anyone stand out, LA?
Juan Arango. Juan Arango, Juan Arango, Juan Arango, 1,000 times Juan Arango. I cannot begin to tell you how many times I got fouled and then Juan Arango scored a goal. How many times Venezuela did that. And to have that, and that's just an international match. Imagine what it would be seeing it every single weekend. Not only that, the man can put the ball wherever he wants to, from a free kick or from a moving ball. And so now you're in a position in which just make a run in the box and he'll find you. He was something else. And I guess another a teammate that I had with the LA Galaxy that I wish had been not only younger at the time, but also had been born in Venezuela, Andreas Herzog. Now, by the time he was with the Galaxy, it was whatever was left of Andreas Herzog. But a beautiful left foot, big man, strong midfielder, and you knew that this guy also could deliver a ball. Hong Myung-bo as well, who was the Golden Ball winner in the 2002 World Cup for South Korea, was my teammate with the LA Galaxy, and he was just a very elegant center back. We could have used him in Venezuela. There's a few that we could have used in Venezuela.
Yeah, it's a long list.
But there's a little more Venezuelan talk, so
All right.
prepare yourself. Frank, to you.
Yeah, it's a tricky question, sorry, because I think that, because I think about 2 players, but they play in the same position, and I said if I say that I wanted him in my club, that would mean that I criticize the guy in place. But I need the guy who played in that club to play with the national team, so I criticize the other. Because, in fact, I would love to have played with Gianfranco Zola in the national team, with France. I would have loved him to be French. But I would have loved to play with Zidane at Chelsea. So it doesn't make any sense in a way. So it's why I'm thinking that, but it's true that I played against Zizou when he was in Bordeaux, and the guy was a nightmare to play against. And I played against Gianfranco Zola when he played for Italy, and same feeling. And I don't know if they could have played together, maybe because they were very smart players. And Zidane, for example, played with Djorkaeff in the same position for the national team. But I would have loved to play with both of them in the national team and at Chelsea, for example.
For the sake of accuracy, I believe I said Hong Myung-bo won the Golden Ball. He actually won the Bronze Ball.
Okay.
In 2002 World Cup. Just wanted to make sure.
Well, he was up there.
Yes.
All right, you ready, LA?
Yeah, sure.
LA, was Venezuela's soccer federation justified on firing Fernando Batista? Do you have any idea on who might be a good fit as the next manager?
The answer is yes. Yes.
Ali Moreno.
I'm here if you need me, Venezuela. I'm here if you need me, Venezuela. The answer is yes. The lack of discipline that this team showed tactically and the lack of organization and structure that this team showed in the last few games in World Cup qualifier tells me this team was out of control. And that's a job of a manager to figure out how are we going to maintain ourselves organized. And when you don't see that on the field and then you see the behavior that's going on in the silence as well, it looks like a mess over there. So it's a mess out there and a mess in here. Yeah, there is no other outcome but Egon. About Giovanni Savarese, who had a very successful career in Major League Soccer as a manager and would be, I think, a fresh take on the national team. And why it would be a fresh take is because he's not coming from the inside, he's from the outside in. And
All right.
I'm fine.
Look, so you're going to start crying.
Oh, do I?
Aye.
I'm listening. I'm
emotional.
interested. I like this.
And if you need an assistant, just let me know, all right?
You won't do a Diddy Him and turn him down.
I will not do it.
No,
It wasn't just me,
was.
right?
My
You know
facial
why?
expression.
Because
And I'm an empath.
So she was about crying because, in fact, she imagined Ali taking the job and not working with us anymore. That's
Oh,
why.
well, I know. It
That
would
was
be a
it.
sad moment for everybody. But that's all right, Frank. I'll make sure to get myself fired rather quickly.
Guardiola said that he won't make Donnarumma do something uncomfortable like playing out from the back. How will that change Guardiola's style?
Well, it will, because remember when he hired what was the name of the Brazilian goalkeeper? Sorry, I have a blank.
Ederson.
Yeah, thank you. When Ederson came, it changed everything because everybody wanted to press high Manchester City, and he hired Ederson to make sure that he could find the strikers and jump like two, three lines, or 2 lines. So since then, that was a trademark of Guardiola. Now we know that Donnarumma is not very good, let's say uncomfortable, and he's been written with the ball in his feet. So of course he's going to change many things. Players, they're not going to take the risk of giving him the ball if after 1 or 2 times they concede goal. So they will have to change something, not playing from the back, that's for sure.
Okay. What surprised you most so far this Premier League season, Stevie?
Ekitike.
No, I wouldn't say Ekitike, because he looked as though he had all the tools to score a goal. I would say I'm really surprised at how average both Liverpool and Arsenal have been so far. I mean, both sides have been bang average when it comes to playing the game. Liverpool have gotten the results, and obviously Arsenal didn't get the result against Liverpool, but they also have been bang average as well. I was expecting both of these teams to come out the blocks with a show of intent as to what the season's going to be, and it hasn't materialised. But obviously Liverpool's happy, they've got 9 points out of 9. Arsenal not quite as happy, but still up there.
Okay.
Well, you use the word bang average. If Liverpool and Arsenal have been bang average, imagine the rest. That, I think, is the surprising part as well, is that maybe it's just because it's early on in the season, maybe it's the Club World Cup, maybe there are many explanations as to why this is the case, but the standard and level of play in general hasn't been all that great. Not just at the top, not just Liverpool and Arsenal. In general, the standard of play hasn't been all that great.
Anything from you, Frank?
That's a very interesting comment from the former, no, the future coach of Venezuela.
Thank you.
But really, last season we all mentioned that we were disappointed by the Premier League, and we thought that it was an accident. But so far, you know, it's only confirming that that's not as good as it used to be. And every players, every teams, every coaches, every board, they have to react, because we don't want to make a statement that the Premier League is not as good as it was. So react, people, react, because so far it's not perfect. Far from there.
So that being said, then, who's to blame for that? Has to be the coaches, hasn't it? Because you've got a couple of teams in Spain, a couple in Italy, but because of the money, you'd have to say that the majority of the best players are in the Premier League. So is it the players or is it the coaches?
Well, it's maybe the people, they put crazy money on players who maybe don't worth it. Maybe it's a wrong bet.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have an answer. I'm just trying to figure out what it would
neither.
be. Yeah.
With Barcelona playing in a 6,000-seat stadium at the weekend, LA, did the guys prefer playing in a packed small capacity stadium or a packed big stadium?
Serious?
What's
Is that really what it says?
It's a packed big stadium. I mean, I don't know why. I imagine that.
Yeah. I thought it would be
like an empty big stadium.
I thought it.
That's what I was waiting on
exactly.
as well.
Because otherwise the question doesn't make a whole lot of sense.
Because everybody wants to play in front of the biggest crowd when it's packed.
Aye.
Let's make it empty then.
Yeah.
Well, again, it's a simple answer, isn't it?
It's a little packed small stadium.
A little bit smaller in there.
The guys like playing in a packed stadium. They don't care how big it is, they just want it to be packed.
Correct.
See, if you go back to the early days of Major League Soccer, where you used to play in cavernous football stadium, NFL, and you may have 20,000 people in there, but in a stadium that holds 80,000, it looks as if it's friends and families only. And it was difficult to create an atmosphere. We used to play our home games with the Galaxy way back in the day in the Rose Bowl, when the Rose Bowl used to hold nearly 100,000 people. And so we would get 30, 40, and still, it's a drop in the bucket. So it's obviously you'd rather play in a smaller capacity stadium as long as it's packed. Packed is the answer to all of it. What I would say about Barcelona is it's embarrassing they're having to do this. That in itself is embarrassing.
Camp Nou still not ready.
No, and the fact that they've gone this long and have been saying, oh, we're making great progress. Oh, we're making great progress. Oh, we're gonna make this work. It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. And it's not okay. Now they're having to do this.
I'll give you an example of a small stadium with incredible atmosphere. I played for Scotland under-21 against Italy under-21 in Italy. In a small, I don't know exactly, but it was maybe anywhere between 6,000 and 10,000 size.
Whereabouts?
I can't.
Okay.
I need to look it up. The atmosphere was fantastic.
Somewhere in it.
The crowd was on top of us. I mean, it was the whole game. We actually won as well. I mean, hostile. You were scared to go take a throw in. People throwing things at you, spitting at you, you name it, screaming at you. It was amazing, and it was only like between 6,000 and 10,000 people there. So, yeah, you take that all day over an empty stadium.
Let's say the question was right. Is there never any nerves for you guys when a stadium would be absolute full capacity, huge? Do you look up and think?
I don't know about the guys, but to me it wasn't like you could tell each and every one of the people that were in the stands. It's just like a big blanket, and it becomes just white noise. When it's a smaller, quaint place, you can actually hear what somebody is saying from the stands. Whereas you're in the big stadium, you can't hear a darn thing. It's like I said, it's white noise, and you just get to playing. And honestly, I think once you get to that level and you're an international player, that's what you were born to do. That's what you strive for. So the nerves that I think we all felt, because I don't think anybody is immune to this, when you're about to walk out and you hear the roar, you don't hear anything specific from the stands, but you hear a roar, you're feeling that energy as you're about to walk out of the tunnel. That is the moment in which you feel alive as a player. That's right, baby. This is what I worked for my whole life, and here we are. Let's go dance.
I'll give you the opposite of that. Who was the team in the USL who used to have the best bar in town after the game?
I wonder why you know that.
I'm trying to remember. It wasn't Richmond. It wasn't Richmond Kickers.
Charleston Battery?
Charleston Battery. Played at Charleston Battery. I was 38, 39 years old. Wasn't packed. and you can hear everything. And I'm standing in the penalty box, waiting for a corner to come in, and all I hear behind the goal is 5 or 6 people singing, "Who ate all the pies? Who ate all the pies?"
We're watching the rest.
But who ate all the pies? I was like, ah.
Well, you know me. I
Last
had the
point,
worst
Frank.
experience because when you play in the Premier League for 5 years, then you go to Marseille when you have like 50,000 people every time you play at home. I went to Qatar, and I played in front of 50 people. And when I score, I remember scoring 1 goal, and I talked to my friend that I invited. The 10 people were in the stand, and I said, have you seen that goal? That's a pretty nice one. They were 50 yards away from me, and I wasn't even shouting, because there was nobody. That's quite embarrassing because we are not born. Yeah, as Ali said, we want to feel the pack. We want to feel the stadium with 100,000 people because it's exceptional. Yeah, in front of 10,000 people is nice, but as a singer, if he wants to sing in front of 10,000 people or go to Wembley in front of 80,000 people, that's the huge difference. That's what we felt when we had the chance to play against Barcelona, Madrid, or at the Stade de France or at Wembley. That's amazing. You feel special. You feel honored to play in those stadiums.
The good thing is that I'm glad that Frank was able to overcome the depression of playing in front of 50 people in Qatar when he went and checked his bank account and said, yep, that check clear, we're good.
Yep, with the 50 zeros on the end of it. Thank you so much, guys, for sending in your questions. We will be back tomorrow to do it all over again right here on ESPN FC.